Hey guys, it's Caleb, and coming out in school can be really scary, but I would like to share my experience with you. So, once I knew and came to terms with my identity, I told my mom that I wanted to transition in school. So, my mom went through all this plan, and we were going to call the school, and we had this whole plan just in case they tried to argue. Luckily, they didn't, but we had a plan just in case. So my mom calls the school requesting a meeting to discuss my transition in school. So the meeting comes by and we are allowed to ask questions about how I'm going to transition to school. So as far as bathrooms, the principal said that I can use any one I want, but it's probably most comfortable if I use the nurse's bathroom until I'm transitioned. So right now I use the nurse's bathroom for changing needs and bathroom needs. But there's also a gender-neutral bathroom in my school, which I think is a pretty cool feature. And so as far as that was pretty simple. So next we asked about how would they follow up if there was any act of bullying or harassment or anything. So the school is pretty well, but they have pretty set rules on that I could come to anyone, any adult at that school, and they will handle it right away. That was also taken care of. But as far as getting the courage every day to just go to school was kind of hard because I knew that I was jumping into something that I was really new to. And it was hard. It really was. But I'm glad I did because now I think I'm setting the path for other people too, and I just want people in my area to feel safe if they feel the same as me, to be themselves in any way. And that was another reason that I knew I had to come out in school, because I wanted to do it for other people as well. One thing that I wish we did have is an LGBT support group. We used to have one, but there wasn't enough kids coming to it, and apparently we had to shut it down. But I'm thinking about starting it up again because I know there are some kids out there. I know I'm not the only one in my school that has feelings like this. So my plan is to start one eventually. Some kids didn't get it, but most kids did, but there's always going to be the few that don't, and it can be hard, especially when it affects your whole life, just how it can affect you, just being called the wrong name and pronouns, how much that can just bring me down. But I learned how to deal with it, and basically if someone doesn't call me the right thing or the right name or right pronoun, I basically just ignore them, because until they're gonna address me properly, I'm not going to answer them. And that was one way I handled that. But as far as teachers, it was pretty well. They got it right away, lickety-split, and sometimes substitutes would mess up, but it was rare, and I would just correct them, and that was that. And as far as my transition as a whole in school, I think they made it as easy as it could be for me, and I do feel comfortable, which is one thing I'm very grateful for, because I know there are some kids out there that can't come out for safety reasons or just because the area they live in, that they don't feel safe in their school to come out. And here's one thing I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell it to you twice. If you don't feel safe to come out, don't come out. Wait till you're ready, because you shouldn't feel forced to come out. You should come out when you are ready and when you feel safe. It is nobody else's job to out you. It is your job to out you. No one else can control that. That is part of you and should be only you that gets to decide that. So, if you have any questions, you could always ask me about my process in coming out in high school. So yeah, I'm sorry that this video was a little more serious in a sense, but I wanted to make a little bit more of a serious video and talk about something that maybe isn't talked about that much. So, I'll see y'all later.